Hello everyone! Welcome to a new episode of BoAi's Slow English. In today's episode, I will be speaking at a moderately normal pace. What I mean by that is I'm not going to speak slowly like this, like I normally do, and I'm not going to speak too fast like this, like a normal native English speaker. I will speak moderately normal pace. And that way you can level up your English skills or your listening skills, because if you're currently at a beginner level, you can start to get used to or get familiarized with the speed of a native English speaker. And for my intermediate students, I think it's helpful for you to listen to this lesson and try to get familiarized with how I slur my words. I mentioned in one of my recent videos that the reason why it's difficult for non-native English speakers to understand native English speakers is because when we talk, we normally talk like this. The words melt into each other. Do you know the word melt? Like an ice cube melts. So English words, they melt into each other. I hope that makes sense. Today's topic is shopping. What happens when you go to the store? Not only will you learn some basic vocabulary words relating to shopping, you'll also learn how to return or exchange an item. This lesson is important because you will eventually need to return or exchange something in your life. Maybe you buy a t-shirt and it's too big or too small, so you need to exchange it for the right size. Or maybe something is broken and it's able to be returned for a store credit. I will explain all of that. I'd like to introduce myself in case we haven't met before. My name is Bo. Hello. Welcome to my channel. My goal is to teach you English, and I post videos almost every day. Actually, the past 2 months, I've posted a video every single day because I am very dedicated to helping you learn English and helping you learn quickly. Did you notice earlier how I pronounced important? When I spoke it at the normal speed, I said important, important. Kind of like how if I were to say button, I would say button, button. So keep in mind that if you are doing the shadowing technique by trying to mimic or match how I say words, those type of words will sound awkward and not natural. And I suggest that if you're currently at the beginner or intermediate level, don't try to force the sounds that a normal native English speaker would say or do when they're speaking quickly. Just continue to say important, button. Don't say important, button, because you will get tripped up on if you said it correctly or not. Tripped up means you will start to overthink if you said it correctly. Imagine you're walking down the street and you trip, so that's tripped up. Get it? Please like this video to show your support. It keeps me motivated to continue to post videos daily. And also, please subscribe to my channel so that we can be friends. I recently launched a membership, so if you're interested in learning at a faster pace, then click the membership join button. I said button, not button. If you would like to receive exclusive or special bonus content. Let's do a practice where you repeat a word after me so that you can try to shadow the sound and the tone. The first word that I'd like for you to repeat after me is receipt. Receipt. Receipt is spelled funny because the last two letters, the P and T, are two consonants that aren't usually put together. But when a native English speaker says receipt, the P is silent or it's omitted, which means it's removed. Repeat this word after me. Refund. Refund. Next word, repeat. Exchange. Exchange. Next word, words, I should say. Store credit. Store credit. I know that pronouncing some words with the letter R is difficult for some of you because in your native language, you don't typically, roll your tongue the way that Americans do. So for store, I'm going to just show you what my tongue is doing in case you would like to shadow that technique. I said store, store. Where's my tongue? So my tongue isn't touching the roof of the mouth. Store. It's actually like a cup at the roof of my mouth. Store. Store. I hope that makes sense. Let's try when you say credit, you're doing the same thing with your tongue, with the R. Credit. This is so silly, but I've heard and seen non-Americans struggle with R's. So just keep practicing the pronunciation. Store credit. Store credit. Do you notice how when I say store, the last letter is an E, and it's not really pronounced, but I drop my jaw, this is my jaw, to complete the word. So I said store. And also notice how my mouth opens as well. So my mouth opens and my jaw releases. Store, store. Get it? The next term is refund policy. Repeat after me. Refund policy. And the last term that I would like for you to repeat after me is proof of purchase. Proof of purchase. Now I will give you some simple sentences using each of those vocabulary words. I received a receipt after I made my purchase. I'd like to return the sweater for a size that's slightly smaller. That's a lot of S's. I was getting a little bit confused. I need to go to the store to exchange these pants for a different color. There are companies, big companies such as Amazon, that makes the return process really easy. So if I receive an item from Amazon in the mail, and if I don't want it anymore, I will go on the Amazon app and find the item under my orders. I will click Start a Return, and then it will ask me how or where do I want to return it. Usually, I will return it at a local grocery store called Whole Foods. I actually showed you Whole Foods in my recent Baltimore video. And Whole Foods is owned by Amazon, so they have a designated, which is a specific area for Amazon returns. So after I start a return online on the app and I select that I will return at a Whole Foods store, they will ask you, why are you returning the item? The reasons could be, it didn't fit, it's broken, I changed my mind, I don't need this anymore, which I guess is the same thing as I changed my mind. And then it'll ask you how you want the refund, if it's within their policy, which is usually about a month. And I usually want my refund put back onto the card I used. You have the option to get the refund as a store credit, which means that in the future, when you make purchases on Amazon, you can use that store credit and apply it to the purchase. Then, after I have completed the initial return process on the app, I will take the item to the store and go to the designated kiosk, which is the machine. Follow the instructions on the kiosk. It's all touch screen. And usually when I return something, it will say to put the item in a clear bag that's usually sitting above the kiosk. And then it will have you scan the QR code from the app that is correlated or it is connected to the item that you're returning. You scan it in the kiosk, and then it will print out a label, which is a sticker that has all of your return information. And then you will fold the plastic bag, place the sticker on the plastic bag, and then you open the drop-off door. So you open the door. It kind of looks like a mailbox, an American-style mailbox. So you open the door and you place the whole bag with the item and the label in there, and then you close it, and then you're done. And sometimes there is a cashier or representative available to scan your QR code, and they will handle the bagging up process and putting the label on the bag, which I always prefer because I don't like to stand in line and mess with the kiosk. So it's just easier for me personally to hand someone the item and they can take care of it. Did you learn something today from this lesson, Louie? I hope you learned something today. Please comment to let me know. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Please comment to let me know what vocabulary words or what you learned today. And in about a week, I have a big surprise that I will share with you, hopefully in a week. So stay tuned. Don't forget to watch my future videos. I'll see you next time. Bye.